Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We're back in the Prospect League, where we're having Wyverns versus Hypernova, a play-in match just for battling rights against the number 2 seed, Jaegers. And I'm joined by my co-host Jaegers, as I just said. Jaegers, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, JP. Thanks for asking. And I'm pretty hype about this one. I mean, Hypernova's a good team. Wyverns are a good team. Wyverns were doing really well until Austin dropped the hammer on them, and then they kind of slacked a little bit. But I'm a big fan of this Wyverns roster. Big fan of Rilo. Played with him last season. Really good player. I do know Beatree's also a very good player on the flip side on Hypernova. And I'm just very excited to see how these two teams fare. One thing I did notice is Kryptonic, who's currently on Hypernova, played a few matches for Wyverns as a FA sub. When I was on the Rooks, we played him. So it's I don't know. It's exciting. Both these teams know each other, and it's going to be good.
I'm really excited for this one. Wyverns is in the division that Velocity's in. So I've had my fair share of seeing Wyverns. Wyverns is consistently a good team in this division. I'm really excited to see what happens here today. It's gonna be a matchup that's just gonna probably go all the way, in excitement. Jaegers, quick question, before we get into the game, I want early predictions, right?
Early predictions.
I want you to tell me what's going to happen in this game. Who's winning it?
Well, I'll tell you who's winning game one. I think that might be Hypernova, but I do see Wyverns taking it in 4. Gentleman's sweep, but the survey does not agree with me, JP. Survey has Wyverns losing to Hypernova 22-14. And I want the viewers just to be reminded, a lot of Hypernova's games were actually played with speed as a sub-up. And being that it's playoffs, play-ins, whatever, semantics, he can't play in them. So I'm really interested to see how this Hypernova team fares whenever they don't have the speed buff.
Yes, I totally agree. I also am thinking along the same way. But I think this game goes to 5. I think a couple things happen Hypernova's way, and then Wyverns sneak it out in game 5. I think it's gonna be a good one. However, regardless, going into just what looks like the playoffs for Prospect League, this play-in match number 1, we got Wyverns versus Hypernova. But in the next match, we would have Faded versus Ember. And, that's a good series in of its own. Ember getting in off of a 4-way tie, I believe, for the play-ins. Going up against Faded, who, again, is also in the same division as Velocity. Another good team coming out of out of the Pacific Division, I believe. I can't really get those down. But anyways, going into playing the loser of this game, and then the winner of this game going on to play Minotaurs, who also is a scary team in Prospect.
Yeah, no, I mean, loser of this game, it's not the end of the world. You still want to get that 7th seed because, Origin is just such a scary roster this season. And Ember, a little early prediction because I might not be here to cast on Wednesday. I really think Faded's gonna kick Ember out of the playoffs, say it politely. Ember, I'm not really sure how they play. I've never really watched them play, but before that last game of the season, they lost 5 games in a row. But that being said, looks like everyone's in the lobby. And JP, if you want to go ahead, take us away.
Yes, sir. It is time for Play-in Rocket League. Game 1, Wyverns versus Hypernova. Jonesy and Beatree, kickoff underway. Tank Pillow looking for a shot on target. Can't do it. Rilo going to put it downfield. Not going to continue going for it. Caliber going to try and put it off the back wall. In the middle. Rilo gets it down to the other corner for Hypernova. Open shot for Caliber, just slightly off the target. Beatree going to take it back downfield. Jonesy going to deny. Rilo waiting for a touch from Tank Pillow. Tank Pillow to Rilo. Rilo to Kareem. Get it past. Off the wall. Caliber looking for a shot. Tank Pillow there on the back wall. Takes it away. Jonesy following it to the corner. Beatree going to get a clear downfield out of harm's way for Hypernova. Rilo going to put it right back down the other way. Tank going to take it back towards the middle. Jonesy looking for Rilo. Rilo not able to get it. And Jaegers, this game is going in Wyvern's favor as of right now. Like, as I say that, it goes down the field, but it looks like Wyverns has control of the ball downfield for most of the time.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks like it's on the Wyvern side of the field right now, and it looks like it almost got given away. It looks like Cream maybe messed up a little bit. Could have had a shot there, but I mean, the Wyverns just seem to have all the pressure. Caliber just going to take a 50 off the wall. Beatree's going to hit to the side. But I mean, Chicken Choker's just going to take the 50 all day. And it just looks like this is a much faster Wyverns team. And Hypernova just really needs to pick up the paces. Jonesy top bins and in to start off this game number 1.
You love to see it whenever the ball just goes in off the crossbar. Crossbars are usually my least favorite thing of this game, but apparently for Jonesy, it just works out for him. As we go 1-0 Wyverns in this game number 1. O'Caliber and Kareem going for the kickoff. Hypernova going to win the kickoff. Rilo going to pass it over to Caliber. Caliber gives it back to Rilo. Rilo going to take it away to the corner. Not going to follow it up. Jonesy looking for the shot on target, and it goes in. 2-0 Wyverns.
And just really good placement. Chicken Choker almost gets the corner read, but it doesn't matter. Jonesy's there for the cleanup crew. And I mean, no one on Hypernova just ready. And I mean, if Hypernova wants to keep up in this game, keep up in the series, they need to be able to clear the ball downfield and get some shots on target.
Not much they can do about it as of right now, just going down 0-2, but they need to get something together as Tank Pillow puts it towards the middle, nobody there for Hypernova. Kareem looking to take a touch off of it. Rilo's going to deny. Pass to Jonesy. Jonesy going to find it in the bottom corner, and that's a hat trick for the man himself.
And I mean, Jonesy, 2 minutes in, already checking in with the hat trick, and so far, Hypernova just does not have an answer. They just need to clear the ball. They need to mess up these Wyverns rotations. They need to do something to stop this Wyverns team, because right now, at least, the Wyverns are popping off on offense.
Yes, Hypernova needs something to stop the bleeding. Jonesy looking for another shot on target, isn't able to get a connection. Beatree going to try and get around Rilo, cannot. Tank Pillow gives it back to Kareem. Kareem going to put a shot over Jonesy. Jonesy misses. Shot opportunity for Hypernova, not able to go through. Tank Pillow looking to pass it middle for his team. Kareem sitting in the middle, unable to as Rilo takes it away. Beatree putting it back to the middle. Somebody going to be there for Hypernova, and there it is. Kareem putting the first goal on for Hypernova.
Yeah, I mean, O'Caliber just creeped up a little too much. Couldn't double jump in time, and I mean, that's a goal 10 times out of 10. You're not going to miss that one. And Hypernova cuts the lead down by 1.
If it's wide open, it has to go in. Beatree looking to put it down to the corner. Rilo trying to buy time for his Wyverns team. Kareem going to take it to the wall, trying to find something middle. Rilo going to take it away. Going to put it downfield for Beatree. Beatree going to put it over the backboard. Nobody there for Hypernova. As I say that, Kareem going to put a shot.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to find his second.
And I mean, I'm not sure what happened the last 30 seconds ago or so, but I mean, Hypernova just puts in 2 back-to-back goals. And I mean, JP, we've been praising this Wyverns offense, but I mean, so far, whenever Hypernova shoved a little, they're kind of falling apart on defense. O'Caliber going to get one back here and put the lead up by 2.
It's going to be a high-scoring affair in this game, and, not to take anything away from this, Caliber getting a great shot off the kickoff. I mean, Hypernova's trying to find the ways to stop the bleeding. And, it's working out for them, making this game 2-4. And it's anybody's to win at this moment. With 1:57 left, it could go either way. Caliber not going to get a touch off the wall, but going to get it out downfield. Kareem waiting patiently. Is Rilo going to put a shot in the top right corner? And it doesn't get much better than that.
And I mean, Chicken Choker just wanted a piece of that goal-scoring action. O'Caliber's going to fake it. And I mean, the defense just wasn't ready for it. And once again, Wyverns have a comfy 3-goal lead in this one.
Yes. Caliber going to take it down to the corner of Hypernova's side. Cream going to try and get it out. Can't. Jonesy going to find a shot on target. And he's going to come off the corner and in.
Look, dude, top bins and in. I'm pretty sure that's the first. That's a recreation of the first goal. The same exact placement. And it, once again, it works out for Jonesy, taking the crossbar challenge to a whole new level. And, I mean, Hypernova really fought back, brought it within one, and then the Wyverns just woke up again. They just decided to play again because this Wyverns team is just rolling.
Here's the thing, Jaegers. Do you think it's going to be a repeat of what happened earlier in this game where Wyverns scored 3 and Hypernova answers back with 2? Like, they need something to stop this onslaught of beating, you know?
I mean, 1 minute left. I don't think the Wyverns are looking back. Chicken Choker's going to clear it here. And, I mean, this Hypernova team really just needs to pick up the pace. This Wyverns roster is just quicker to the ball on almost every occasion. And Hypernova needs to figure something out. Maybe even taking the full minute between games just to cool off this Wyvern squad.
Most definitely. Hypernova needs to get some sort of momentum just to get out of this game and take it into the next game. But Beatree going to put it down the field. Maybe it's going to happen right here. Beatree looking to get it around Rilo. Can't do it. Rilo's going to take it to the corner. Looking for a pass across 1. Jonesy going to look to get past 2. Beatree in the net. Gets it away for Hypernova. Big momentum shift right there. As Rilo misses on the back line, Jonesy going to clear it out. We're back down to the Hypernova half. 10 seconds left on the clock. Jonesy going to put it across the field. Caliber's going to try and regain possession. Does not get it. Cream going to put it down the field for Rilo to hit down. Looking for a shot on net from Hypernova. Caliber going to put it down. And there's no more momentum coming out of Hypernova right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, Wyverns were just playing super aggressive, getting bumps, disrupting the Hypernova rotation. And, I mean, Hypernova, they just... I feel like they're just playing a little too much with reckless abandon here. They're like, especially on a couple of the kickoffs. I know the third man who went for the boost instead of turning back to the goal just in case any kickoffs didn't go the other way, ended up turning up the field, just didn't make the touch he needed to. And Wyverns got at least 2 goals that way. So, I mean, Hypernova just needs to clear up their defensive rotations, get a good clear on the ball, and, I mean, bring it back to a 1-1 series.
Hypernova definitely needs to be able to, you know, calm down the pressure of this Wyverns roster. Jonesy gonna be awkward in net. Tank Pillow trying to put a shot on target, can't do it. But as you said, you know, Hypernova just needs to play their game and play it efficiently, as this Wyverns team is looking to just take away any opportunity they have. As we see Tank Pillow trying to take the ball out of their half, can't do it. Cream gonna send it away. Gets demoed by Jonesy on the way out. Jonesy gonna pass it middle for Hypernova. Tank Pillow taking his time. Jonesy gonna miss. Tank Pillow gonna miss. Beatree gonna turn on it, take it down the other way. 50 out in the middle, nobody there. Rilo and pinch. Jonesy gonna get a pinch downfield, and O'Caliber looking for a shot, can't do it. Tank Pillow not gonna find it. Beatree gonna find a touch outside. Jonesy not gonna put it on target. Cream looking to get over O'Caliber, can't do it. Cream looking for another shot, can't get it to go. Beatree past 1. Cream. And Jaegers, this is kind of the game we were wanting to see out of Hypernova. They're kind of controlling the pace, and they're making sure that, you know, Wyverns don't get any open looks off of their touches.
Yeah, I mean, the Wyverns started a lot faster this last round, and already I see Cream starting with the bumps, disrupting this Wyverns rotation. And at least for this first few minutes of this game, I mean, it seems like Hypernova has stayed on the Wyverns half. They just need to put some shots on target.
Yes. Shots indeed. as Beatree going to try and put it middle for somebody, can't get it to go. Rilo going to try and find a clear out, has 0. Kareem not going to be able to follow it up. Beatree getting it to Kareem. Kareem looking to pass it back middle. Nobody from the Hypernova squad. As we see Jonesy coming back down the other way, off the wall. Nobody in net. Rilo with a shot. Can't get it to go as Beatree with an amazing save on the back line. Kareem going to find the double, and it's back down in the Wyverns half. Something you need to see. Kareem gets the demo. Beatree looking for the shot. Over 1. Caliber with a great save. And Jaegers, this defense out of both sides just kind of going crazy right now.
No, they really are. This is a much different game than game 1. It seems like Hypernova kind of decided to like park the bus, do really well on defense. And Jonesy with a nice shot here, but Kareem with a better save. And what a defensive showing so far by Hypernova in this game too. Bending but not breaking, and the score line remains 0-0.
But here's the thing that you also have to think about is Hypernova playing to the skill of Wyverns, or are they gonna, and is it gonna crack after a couple games? It's just time will tell. Tank Pillow gonna put it to the middle. Kareem gonna save it away. Caliber gonna put it to the side. Beatree gonna try and take it back out. Can't get it to go. Kareem looking to get a save on the back line. Rilo putting it down for Tank. Tank gonna try to clear it away. Caliber there. Jonesy looking for Rilo in the corner. Rilo up. Looking for the redirect. Can't get it. Nobody from Wyverns touching it on target. Tank Pillow gonna take it away. Try to get it past Caliber. Caliber gonna take it back down the other way to Rilo leaves. Maybe he's gonna leave it right here. But Beatree gonna save it away. Kareem looking for the save. Can't get it to go. Tank Pillow trying to get it away out of danger for Hypernova. Kareem looking for a shot. Can't get it to go. Looking for the double. Can't get it. Jonesy gonna go back down the opposite way. Beatree gonna give it to Kareem. Kareem pops it up for Beatree. Beatree's looking for a touch. Caliber there just to save it away in Jaegers. This game is all defense, no offense. I'll say that, and Josie's gonna put it in.
You jinxed them, JP. You jinxed them, JP.
Curse.
Jonesy once again scoring, and I mean Hypernova were playing so well defensively, getting save after save, but the problem is you can't get a save if you're demolished. And the Wyverns obliged, taking out the last defender and putting their team up by 1 with only a minute left. Can Hypernova do anything? Can they have an answer? Only time will tell.
Kareem not going to be able to find a touch. Caliber going to get 50'd by Beatree. Tank Pillow going to try and keep it on their half. Gets a flip off 1. Jonesy going to clear it away. Beatree trying to take a little bit of time. Caliber's chasing the ball. Tank Pillow going to grab back boost, go for this on the back wall. Gets it past 1, can't get it past another. Rilo going to put it to the wall. Beatree there, nobody back for Wyverns. As I say that, they regain. Caliber going to put it to the corner. Tank Pillow going to try to find the pass middle. Jonesy going to try and give it to Cali. He's going to go back to Kareem. Kareem looking for a shot. Beatree had the right idea, just couldn't get the demo. Tank Pillow going to get a 50 off Caliber. Rilo going to try and get over 1. Jonesy last back for Wyverns. Beatree trying to get it out. 5 seconds left. Something needs to happen now. 2 seconds. Kareem going to put it to the corner. Jonesy going to keep it alive. Caliber bumped. Somebody just needs to keep it alive for Hypernova, and it's just going to hit the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that was a completely different game than we saw in the last one, JP. More of a defensive battle. I mean, Wyverns were still shooting, except, let me do the math here. It looks like Hypernova just saved most of those shots.
8
one
saves.
Of the Wyvern shots went off the crossbar, and then the other one went in the back of the net. So, I mean, it's a good defensive showing for Hypernova. I do believe... I'm gonna say I think Hypernova takes this next one, and I mean I feel like Wyverns are gonna bring it back, take in game 4, because I mean the balance is a little bit shifting. Hypernova is starting to play better. Maybe they didn't have as good of a warm up as Wyverns, and if they put a few shots on target, I think they could take this next game.
And that was the story of that last game. Not a lot of shots on target for Hypernova. They just need the shot numbers to go up. As we see Rilo going to put it down to the corner. Tank Pillow going to take it away. Going to try to find somebody mid. Kareem's in the middle. Unfortunately, not able to connect off the pass. Caliber Gonna get dunked by B-Tree. B-Tree gonna get it to the corner. Rilo gonna take it away. 50 coming out from Tank. Rilo looking for the demo on Cream. Gets it. B-Tree gives it to Jonesy. Jonesy looking for another. Tank Pillow taking any opportunity away. Rilo trying to find it to the back wall. B-Tree gonna pass it middle. Jonesy right there. Jonesy can't take advantage of that situation. Tank Pillow gets a 50 off O'Caliber. Rilo gonna pop it back to the middle. Cream looking for a pass downfield. Shot downfield, sorry. B-Tree can't get it to go. Looking for another. Looking for the corner. Looking for one more. Can't get it there. And, you know, Jaegers, what's the key for them getting these shots on net? Because it's like, you know, they're getting passes across the field. They're getting the ball down the field. But it's just like they're not getting the shots they need across the middle. As I say that, O'Caliber going to take one and put it home. Wyverns up 1-0.
No, I mean, the difference is Wyverns are hitting their shots. Hypernova, they're freaking out a little bit. They're playing a little bit of boom ball. No one's taking possession. And I feel like the key to playing this game, the key to beating the Wyverns is to take possession, slow it down a bit. Because, I mean, right now, boom ball isn't going to get you anywhere.
No, boom ball definitely not the way to go. Tank Pill going to put it over the backboard. Kareem looking for a shot, and he's going to put one home, and Hypernova ties this game up.
Yeah, and just a nice shot by Cream off the pass from Tank Pillow. O'Caliber almost gets a touch there, but barely misses, and Hypernova ties this game up.
Here we go for the next kickoff. Kareem going to get a wave dash kickoff off. Jonesy not going to find the touch. B-Tree looking for one. Can't get it. Jonesy going to put it to the corner. Tank Pill going to find the demo. Try to get around one. Can't. Caliber going to give it out to B-Tree. B-Tree going to try and find somebody downfield. Kareem looking for a demo. Gets it on Jonesy. Not on Rilo. Rilo going to kick it downfield for Tank. Tank going to try and find a flick out towards the middle. B-Tree need to be there for the save as O'Caliber puts it to the sidewall. B-Tree going to take a clear out. Tank Pill not going to be able to find the touch. Jonesy going to find one. Can't find the second. Rilo back down the other way for Hypernova. B-Tree going to find it past one. Cream not in the middle, but Tank. Tank's looking for the shot. Can't get it to go. As we see Jonesy going to the corner. B-Tree going to try and find a shot on net. Jonesy almost taking it away from Rilo. B-Tree going to get it down. Cream passing back down the opposite way. Not something you want to see if you're Hypernova. But B-Tree going to get a clear out. Jonesy looking to put it middle. Nobody there for Hypernova. Kareem going to take it up. Tank can't get the touch out. And Jaegers, I hate to say this, but like I just feel like Hypernova can't get the ball out of their half. Like they have all the opportunity in the world to clear it away, and then it just doesn't go their way.
Yeah, they're really just not finding the touches they need. Cream going to take another shot, but Jonesy does well to hit it away. And I mean, anytime Hypernova does manage to get out of their half, I mean, it just gets promptly returned to cinder by this Wyverns roster. They're not playing any games. They're just clearing the ball back. And I mean, just so far, I mean, the game's tied right now, but Hypernova has not had an answer.
It just seems as Kareem going to put a shot on target that they just can't hit the ball where they need to. And O'Caliber with an unfortunate touch, looking for a shot there, can't get it to go. Rilo looking for one more, can't get it. Jonesy, Caliber's last back, gets a touch. Kareem going to pop it up to the ceiling. Tank Pillow looking for the shot, can't get it to go. As Rilo's going to put it back downfield. O'Caliber going to give it to the corner. B-Tree going to try to get it clear. Rilo back to the corner. Second touch going towards the net. Easy save away from Kareem. Tank Pill looking for Kareem upfield. Kareem going off wall. Caliber there to take it away. And this Wyverns team is, I feel like, controlling the game as of right now. They're everywhere they need to be. They just can't put the shot on target, and that's something they need to do if they want to win this game. Game 3. Sorry.
Yeah, and I can't help but feel like Hypernova messed with their rotations a little bit, not starting a prospect lineup and playing the majority of their last few games with the novice, because I mean, you can't bring the novice into the playoffs no matter how well you play together. I have seen quite a few double commits from this Hypernova side that were detrimental to how they played in this game. They still have a chance. Game's still tied. They still have that little bit of life, but I mean, I can't help but feel like maybe if they played a bit more with their full roster, then their rotations would just be that much better.
Honestly, that is probably true. You hate to see it when a team can't, show up to every game and you have to use sub-ups, whatever. But Jumbo gonna find a shot on target and Beatree gonna save it away. Big save from Hypernova. Pass back to the middle. Nobody there for either team, and we're gonna go into overtime on game 3. And like we were saying, it's hard when your team can't show up for the majority of the games and you have to use those sub-ups, and you want your team to be there just so you can get that chemistry. As we see Caliber looking to get one past everybody, can't get it to go. Rilo looking for the double. Beatree gonna send it away. Back towards the middle. Cream gonna send it away. Jonesy trying to find something. Cream gets it over one. Jonesy, however, finding a pass back to the side. Beatree gonna take it to the wall. He's gonna try and find one. Can't get it to go. Cream gonna try and send it downfield. Caliber not gonna try to take the shot. Rilo looking for the pass. Pass Tank Pillow. Can't do it. Tank Pillow going to follow it up as Cream's going to follow it up to the corner. Tank Pillow going to get a 50 straight down for Hypernova. No way they can get a shot off of that. Beatree going to try and find a clear out. Caliber, they're right there. Rilo looking for Jonesy. Jonesy not going to be able to turn fast enough. Cream looking for the 50, gets it past one. Rilo going to take possession. Gets a flick over one. Jonesy turning. Unfortunate Rilo couldn't get up in the air fast enough for that one. Rilo going to pass it to Caliber, all right off the crossbar. Jonesy looking for another shot, can't get it to go. And, Jaegers, this is the Wyverns you want to see. This is the Wyverns that you want to see for their shooting and just their pass plays coming across the middle.
Yeah, no, honestly, this is the Wyverns I expected to see here today. And that being said, I mean, this Hypernova roster has outshot the Wyverns in this last game. The Wyverns doing whatever they can to keep this a tied ball game. The roles almost flipped, but just from looks wise, the perspective wise, it looks like the Wyverns have been the better team, even though Hypernova has been putting up a better stat line in this game 3. And Beatree one-on-one situation, but Jonesy going to hit it away, keep this game 3 sweep alive.
Beatree just not having a great touch on the backside. Cream gonna be able to win that foot race to get back. Pass coming out from Rilo, nobody there. Beatree trying to get it around Jonesy, can't do so. Jonesy looking for redirect, can't get it to go. Caliber, last back for Wyverns as Rilo got demoed. Caliber gonna put it to the other side. Beatree and Cream over there. Nobody back from Wyverns. Jonesy gonna clear to the other side. Tank Pillow looking to come in, try to get a 50, can't do so. Beatree gonna take mid boost, pass it back to Cream. Cream not gonna be able to touch this. Beatree trying not to give it to Rilo right in the middle. Jonesy gonna get a shot over target. Cream in the net. Can't get it to go for Wyverns. Caliber took it away from Jonesy, and you hate to see that, but Rilo's going to put a shot on target, and Wyverns are going to get away with a murder right there as Caliber almost threw that away.
It was going to happen eventually with that offense, but I mean, Caliber just didn't want Jonesy to be the last shot there. That's all it was. Jonesy had been outscoring him, and Caliber took offense to it. And I mean, the Wyverns gonna punch their tickets to the playoffs against number 2 Minotaurs and Hypernova. Gonna have that second life, that lifeline, and they're going to be playing the winner of Faded versus Ember on. I believe Ember versus Faded is on Wednesdays, so that should be a good one as well.
Yes, it will be definitely a good one. Wyverns, a well-deserved 3-0 win right there. As we see Minotaurs coming up to play Wyverns, it might be an you never know. It could be a scare for this Minotaurs team, as Wyverns kind of played well, through the first 2 games, and then, last game they were able to, take their time and win it out when they needed to. It's definitely going to be a sight to see coming up in the next couple weeks.
No, it definitely is. I mean, Wyverns have a ton of potential. Like, the way, I don't know, Rilo's skill is top tier, at least in prospect. I think he hit at least GC2 this season, so he's peaking at the right time in playoffs. And we do have a little time before the next match, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yes.
JP, looking at these playoffs, who are your pick to win the playoffs? I'm talking whole team,
Whole team,
whole playoffs.
whole
Who
playoff.
you got?
You know, I would love to say Velocity because they're my teams, well, part of my teams.
Realistic,
But realistically, honestly, Origin has been a scary team this season. They won the regular season, and they've just been on a tear recently. I think they are probably going to be my choice for grand finals and win it. Yeah.
Who you got facing them?
I like that team with Sage. I think the Warhawks go and face them in the grand finals.
I agree. I think it's gonna be Origin Warhawks. I mean, I could see Minotaurs making it up there. Potentially that. I'm just really excited for whatever this the semifinals on the right side of the bracket is.
It's definitely going to be a sight to see. I would love, in a dream scenario, I would love to see Wyverns versus Velocity in that semifinal game. That would be icing on the cake for me.
Look, that is very possible. Warhawks are a very good team, but I mean, if you play them the right way, anything's possible. And on the left side, I mean, it's just I don't know. This is probably one of the most competitive Nemesis seasons yet. I feel like we do say that a lot of most of the seasons, but I really feel like it's the case here. I really do feel like any team could win. There's no clear-cut favorite here.
Yeah. We have a couple of teams that are just right above the bell curve, and then we have the bell curve, and then we have the teams that are just right below the bell curve, and they're not even that far off. And it's definitely going to be a race to the finish line. That's for sure.
It is, and only time will tell who we see in the grand finals.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm hyped for it. I know the viewers are. I know you are, JP.
Yes.
And we got a little bit of time, so I do think we're gonna go to break.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
See ya.